Stay back just a little bit. Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I couldn't be happier.
This is surreal.
There's nothing that would make me happier than this, I don't think.
We're holding baby
We've
bears.
got baby bears on the show. We've got Courtney here from Yellowstone Bear World. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you. Good morning.
I can't thank you enough, Courtney, for bringing these bears to the show. We've got this one here who's, this is a little girl,
Yes.
as I understand.
Yes, little girl.
And Chelsea's got the little boy.
Little man there.
Yeah. They've yet to have names. But that's
right.
something you guys are doing down at the ISE.
Yeah, we're over the International Sportsman's Expo down at Southtown Expo Center in Sandy. We've got these guys down there and their brothers and sisters, and we're doing a naming contest for them down there, so they can come on down and make name suggestions. And then with the winner of that contest, we provide tickets to the wildlife park down there at Yellowstone Bear World. So it's a fun week. It's a really fun week.
It is. I think a lot of people don't, especially here in Park City, may not have been to the International Sportsman's Expo before, and probably don't exactly know what it's all about. So can you tell us a little about the ISE and what you can see there?
Sure. I mean, it's just a great show. They've got all sorts of outdoor activities, that they're providing with different vendors. You've got a lot of convention visitors bureaus from all over surrounding states and Idaho and Colorado and things like that for outdoor activities. They've got ATV dealers. They've got all your snowmobile trips, fly fishing, equipment, with the waders, and I mean, it takes a day.
It does.
To do it.
It's why it's open
a great
for
show.
3 days, because you need every bit of that.
Yeah, it's a 4-day show.
4 days,
it's Thursday,
Friday,
Saturday, Sunday, and it's just a great way to come out. And it's it's really a family-oriented show.
Yep.
They've got a great kids area over there where they've got a little fishing pond over there.
Right.
The kids can catch the fish. They've got the Dock Dogs championship over there this weekend. They've really done a great job of incorporating the family atmosphere into it, and it's a great show.
Well, the Dock Dogs, Chelsea, have you seen that?
No.
It's where they throw they throw a toy out and get the dog to jump as far as it can to see for distance into the pond.
Right.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun.
They'll jump 10 and 15 feet pretty off the end of those docks, and it's amazing to watch. And I think this is one of the this is the championship final here at the International Sportsman's Show.
That is awesome. Now, as cool as the Sportsman's Expo is, and it is pretty neat, like I said, there's a lot of stuff to do and see there, but it is just as cool, and I think I will say cooler, to come up and visit you guys up by Yellowstone. So tell us a little bit about what goes on at your park.
Sure. Yeah, Yellowstone Bear World, we're a drive-through wildlife park. We're located just outside of Rexburg, Idaho, about 80 miles to West Yellowstone. But it's all North American wildlife, elk and buffalo and deer. It's all in a drive-through habitats there. And so we also, of course, have the black bears, we have grizzly bears, we have wolves. You're driving your own vehicle through the park.
Right.
The road's just short, about 3 miles, but you drive your own vehicle through the park. And then we have a walk-through areas where we have the cub exhibit here with these new bear cubs.
And these have been bottle fed, right?
We bottle feed all the bears that are born there at Bear World, so we can, begin the care process, because they'll stay at Yellowstone Bear World throughout their lives.
Well, and they have to have that experience with humans to like us, right?
To care for them safely and take care of their veterinary needs. It definitely is in our best interest and the animals to start that early.
So how often do they sleep? I mean, these guys are pretty sleepy right now, and I'm just still in shock that I'm holding this. Like, I've literally been speechless. This is just so incredible.
They're a lot like infant babies right now, so they're they just had breakfast just before we came on here, and so they're just resting after they had their morning bottles. Yeah. But they definitely do rest more than they're active.
But when they're active, they burn some energy.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. They and right now, they're just trying to get their legs underneath them. They're not quite stable on their legs, and so they're really developing
now.
every day. They're developing, and right now they're gaining, even up to 1 to 3 pounds a week.
Wow.
So it's amazing how much they're actually they're developing every day.
Yeah, I bet they get big fast. And how big will they get?
by the end of this summer season, around October, they're going to be on the upside of 50 and 60 pounds.
Wow.
And right now they're, around 7 pounds.
That is amazing how fast that happens. And you bottle feed a few animals up there, right?
We do. Yeah, so we bottle feed the black bears here. We also at times will bottle feed new deer fawns or elk calves that are born at the park. It's whatever we can do to obviously take care of the animals that are born there, and we've had a chance to take on a few rescue animals as well.
An important part of what you guys do.
Sure.
And that's a big part of it, is the education of what these animals mean to us, and the fact that we're encroaching on their territory, and we're seeing more and more of them, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, more and more. I mean, we're living in their zone. There's no doubt about it. And so, there at Yellowstone Bearwood, I mean, we do, a lot of the education that we provide there is, through interaction, not necessarily holding the animals like this, but we do have like a bottle feeding experience there at the park, where you're bottle feeding these bear cubs, and all of the staff is very knowledgeable on everything, from the wildlife, or going into camping and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's really a great way for people to see it and experience it. I mean,
and that's what it's all about. I mean, once they have this experience with an animal, it just adds such a greater appreciation. I mean, how often do you get to play with a little bear that's just really sleepy?
Really tired.
You see him just roll right into my arm. Sleepy little bears. You don't get that very often.
Oh, this is like.
No, it does help with kids and adults.
You guys are doing great.
Am I doing okay?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're obviously comfortable, right?
They're like little babies, right? You just sit here and rock them a little bit.
That's exactly right.
Oh my gosh.
So,
very, very cool.
And at the show, when the people come out to the,
they're going to have the same experience.
The booth there, I mean, they come down, they can sit down as a family there. We actually placed the bears right in the kids' hands, and they can have a photo opportunity with the bears there. It's a really great. We've had people. The show opened yesterday, and the first lady in the booth has been to that International Sportsman's Show every year that we've been there, and we've been there going on 8 years now.
Wow.
And she's been there. She's the first lady in our booth every year.
I bet she is. I can see why, because it's such an incredible experience to get to be among to have wildlife in your hands. That's a rarity, especially in a controlled environment. You let your kids get that interaction. What a great experience for them, and especially, as I said, what it does for them in the future. Just from being more stewards of our lands and our, and these guys' territory.
And just awareness, most people, they're not going to know that these animals are ever really, this small, or how fast they grow, or, when they're born in the first part of January, they're really only about 4 or 5 ounces. They're tiny.
Wow.
And so, at 2 months old now, they're already 7 pounds. I mean, it's amazing how fast they grow, and just that kind of awareness, that kind of education stuff is. It's pretty fun to share with the families.
I'm sure you must enjoy that experience.
So how active do these guys get? I mean, I think he's having a dream or something. He keeps on twitching a little bit. They'll stretch out a little bit. He's starting to wake up a little bit now. Stretch out the legs. Oh man.
Tell us.
He's getting. Oh, wow. He's like, I want to run around.
Tell us where we find your park.
So physically, we're located at just outside of Rexburg, Idaho, right off Highway 20.
Okay. It's called Yellowstone Bear World.
YellowstoneBearWorld.com is our website. We're only open summer season, so we're open mid-May to mid-October, about the same times as the driving tours up through Yellowstone National Park are concerned. But the bears do also hibernate during the winter, so we're closed after October, and we'll pick it up here in a few weeks and get started, get rolling.
Do you have any stories of these some of the other animals that you had as they've grown up at the park?
We had the rescue, a few rescue animals, and we had. It's been a number of years now, but he's still at the park. We had a rescue moose that was abandoned.
Wow.
Mother had, got hit by a car, or whatever it was, and we contacted, and so we brought that moose in at like 6 weeks old.
And took care of a moose.
And we raised him with a bottle. In a bottle, we raised him in our petting zoo. We spent the first year, being bottle raised in that petting zoo, and even today, that's a great experience. We have people come to the park every year. that are just, they've been looking for moose for their, to see a moose their entire life.
And they get to see one there.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, it's just stuff like that, whether it's the bears or the wolves or the moose or whatever that. I mean, to see the reaction of people when they see these animals.
Awesome.
It makes it all worth it.
It makes it all worthwhile.
Thank you so much for bringing these little guys.
Much.
We appreciate your time. I mean, this has been just incredible. So thank you for bringing them here this morning.
Courtney, it's been awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Courtney. And you guys remember our Solitude Mountain Weekend show is this weekend. You won't want to miss out on that. And of course, we'll see you right back here Monday morning from 7 to 11.
Get out on the snow. It's going to be a great day.